Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Ever since Peter Obi and the Adeyanju saga began on the issue of allegations, fraud and all whatnot, many Nigerians and obedience have reacted. The likes of Aisha has reacted, and of course child supporter, otherwise known as area father, that's Charlie Ball, has also reacted, literally calling out Adeyanju, knowing way back then, those days when Adeyanju was in the street, knowing his capacity. But someone who was in the meeting between deji Adeyanju and Peter Obi, Adeyanju claimed that he refused to collect the shishi that Peter Obi offered to him, have decided to speak out to him in all sense of good conscience. He cannot allow this to pass by. And here is what he's got to say. Now, it will be unfair to my conscience as a Christian and as a journalist to allow deji Adeyanju to continue with his false narrative in the name of activism on Peter Obi. Now, sometime in July 2022, ahead of the 2023 general election, and Peter Obi had picked the Labour Party presidential ticket, Adeyanju was one of his ardent supporters and was contemplating running under the Labour Party for Amak seat in the House of Representatives. As a friend of deji and Peter Obi, I decided to broker a meeting as I was contemplating deji getting a waiver to pick the House of Rep ticket. At the meeting, I went with deji, and the three of us sat discussing. Obi narrated his political journey, nothing new from what he already related in the public space, and deji also told his life story, how his mother has been very impactful in his life. The issue of running for election came up, and Obi said there would be no problem. We left about 3 hours of frank talk. Nothing was offered either in monetary terms or as a physical gift. In fact, except for our telephone, we took nothing to the place. A few weeks later, deji was quoted as saying that Obi came to offer him money, but he refused, and that Obi told him he invested in the family business as a governor. I didn't know what caused the sudden fabrication, whether he was expecting Obi to have offered something and was disappointed it didn't come. I couldn't make sense out of it. I called deji and wanted to know if he met with Obi after our meeting, and he kept mum. I was forced to issue a statement then to clarify the issue. You'll find the 2022 statement attached, and could even find it on Google as it is written as topic, "It's a lie from the pit of hell. Abonyi replies Adeyanju over comment on Obi." That was the topic. I therefore still find it necessary to restate the story of what happened and to express disappointment that someone I call a friend should go on such a voyage of blackmail blatantly. In 2022, when this happened, deji was not yet a lawyer but a student. I had thought that after being a lawyer, called to the Nigerian bar at such an adult age to fight and defend truth and justice, deji should not indulge in this type of fallacy and should appreciate why a person like Obi would do anything to defend his hard-earned reputation. I would therefore urge deji to strive to be honorable and follow the path of truth if he hopes to grow in the legal profession. Signed, Ike Abonyi, journalist. Now, let me read the 2022 statement he made. He said, "It's a lie from the pit of hell." Abonyi replies to Adeyanju over comment on Obi, which was made on 2022 statement. "Obi gave me money and I refused. Adeyanju, you're a big liar. I was there with you," Abonyi said. A renowned journalist and prolific writer, Ike Abonyi, has replied to a social media influencer, deji Adeyanju, over his comment against presidential candidate Peter Obi. Adeyanju tweeted that he stopped supporting Obi when he told him that he invested Anambra State money in his family business. He equally said that Obi offered him money, but he refused to collect it based on his alleged views on Obi. But responding to the allegation, Abonyi wrote to Adeyanju and said, I'm at pains joining issues with a friend in public, but at this instance, I cannot keep mum and allow untruths to strive. Writing further, he said, "My friend deji Adeyanju just tweeted that why he stopped supporting Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi was when he told him that he invested Anambra State money in his family business. According to his statement, I was at the meeting Deji had with Obi and was there all through and left with him after about 3 hours of frank discussion at Obi, telling his life story in and out of government, none of which is new as he had said similar things repeatedly in public. I was shocked to my marrow reading from Deji what I did not hear. In my shock today, July 26, 2022, after reading the post, I write this to him. Deji, did you and Obi meet again? Or the one I was present? Haba, Deji, I am shocked. You are free to support whoever without all these funny blackmails. You didn't even factor my relationship with you, Abonyi added. Narrating, Abonyi said on July 9, 2022, after a similar negative post on Obi, that he can accept an appointment from the APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. I again write to Deji. My brother, good morning. When did he get to this point? I'm still in shock. Obi is not looking for a job that Tinubu will be offering. As my friend, even if you no longer believe in Obi project, I encourage you to stay on issues that will enhance your own reputation. Deji has not responded to any of my posts to him and has not picked my calls. I had wanted to resolve it as friends without my coming out publicly by urging him to withdraw his posts because they are not based on facts. As a journalist of long standing and as a Christian, I don't need to be an Obi-centric person to resolve issues that border on facts and falsity. No money was offered during or after the meeting, and there was no promise of any to the best of my knowledge. Deji is on record several times as having declared Obi to be the best candidate and had publicly encouraged Obi to leave PDP to seek his ambition to another political platform. He's also free to do a U-turn in supporting him, depending on what appeals to him, but should not be based on what is not true. Wow. If you check out the background, you keep seeing old tweets, old write-up of Deji Adeyanju, where he talked about the fact that the first statement he made, you get to see it when we checked his social media handle, that statement had been deleted, presumably so, where he said he had to correct Sarah reporters, where he made a statement that they are quoting him out of context, that he didn't say that Obi tried to bribe him. What he said was they should please base it on the issue. You get to see it there written at the background. I do not know just some few hours back, some 20 hours ago, if you check his social media page, you get to see all of that as well, where he now said this, he said this currently, that he quoted dear Peter Obi to, head to court, and he would prove he has evidence. So the likes of Aisha Yusuf said that, well said, you have said your point, you have said your piece, that you're not going to retract anything, and you're not going to apologize, that you're ready to go to court. So everybody, literally everyone who have started this case is really interested to know that thing that Deji Adeyanju has, or no, that evidence it has, that EFCC is unable to uncover, even in the build-up of the election of 2023. That same evidence that the likes of Nyesom Wike and the opposition political leader could not get to nail him, to call him a fraudster. They did everything, even up to the point of 5,000 naira. They couldn't pin it on Peter Obi. Even Soludo, he's the present governor of Anambra State. He can say anything about Peter Obi, but he has never called him a fraudster. He has never said he has diverted money before. He will tell you, okay, Peter Obi, he has done some projects, but not all. But he will never tell you Peter Obi is not straight. So honestly, even politicians are also wondering, where is this evidence that this young man has, that we that we are close to Obi don't have? Everybody, the whole Nigeria is waiting. I, for one, am waiting. Let's meet in the comment section. What's your take?